You're signed at 22 by Toby Keith.
Yes, sir.
How does he find you?
He walked into a bar and saw us playing a show one night at a place called 12th and Porter with a guy named Billy Block, who used to put on a showcase here in Nashville. Billy had actually told him and a guy named Bobby Pinson, that's a big-time songwriter, about us and about how we were, bringing in these big crowds and playing all these frat parties all over the SEC. And then all of a sudden, Toby walks in and sees us, and we didn't really think he was there. They're like, "Hey, Toby Keith's in the back wants to meet you." We're like, "Yeah, sure, Toby Keith." Like at the time, he was the biggest star in the world. But sure enough, we walk back there and he's standing there and he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Hoss, you write them songs?" I said, "Yes, sir, we did." He goes, "All right, well, y'all come hang out with me tonight." We went to Losers and hung out until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, way after the hours of closing. But yeah, he saw us and loved us, And I think a lot of people wouldn't have gave us a chance. We were definitely before our time. We were doing the rap and country music, which was at the time was like the biggest sin in the world. We were a frat party band. That's what we did. But we had written original songs. A lot of times when people come see us, they're like, "Oh, y'all are like Barenaked Ladies or Bowling for Soup."
That's funny.
Smash
That's
Mouth.
funny that you said. I was just about to say you're the Barenaked Ladies of the South.
We got called that a lot, that and the Bowling for Soup, just because I was a really big guy and the guy that was with me is like 5'5" and might weigh 135, 140 pounds. The girl didn't actually join our band. She happened to be a backup singer the night that Toby saw us, and he thought she was part of the trio because the way we were positioned on the stage, because it was a very small stage. And he loved it as a trio. So when he said, "I want all three of y'all," we were just like, "Yes, sir, let's do it."
As a matter of fact, we do have a feeling.
Well, we had to go to her and be like, "Hey, do you want to sign a record deal with us?" And she goes, "I didn't even know y'all had a record label." And I'm like, No. Like, Toby Keith has a record label. He wants to sign us, but he thinks we're a trio. Do you want to be part of this? And she said, "Yeah." So we signed it, and we did well together. We're all best friends. We literally signed the record deal on Tuesday. And on Thursday, we opened up the show in Birmingham, Alabama at the amphitheater for Toby Keith on the Toby Keith Big Dog Daddy tour. So it was that fast for us in that sense, but we didn't go in and record until probably 6 months later. We went in and started recording our first, batch of songs, with Toby being one of the producers with Butter, the other part of my band. We actually didn't put our first song until a year later, a little over a year later, but it came out with Toby's movie Beer from a Horses. It was kind of the trailer song for the movie, so it was on ESPN. It was on all the different channels where they were running the advertisement for the theater. We also came in right before they started the 360 deals, so it was literally just a record deal for us. A year and a half in, they come back to us and said, "Hey, we need to alter this agreement and turn it into a 360 deal." Toby and them, like most people, were taking 25% and stuff like that. Toby took like 2.5% of merch and 5% of shows and 1% of this, or it was like nothing. He took care of us so good.